Okay, here we go. Hello, good evening. Welcome. You're on Tamara's Paper Trail. I'm Tamara Bertram, coming to you from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. You are on what's normally Mystery Card Monday, but it's a holiday here in Alberta. It is Truth and Reconciliation Day. And on those days, I tend to do more of a let me show you how instead of Mystery Card Monday. I'd like to say, I've been busy taking the day off, but no, I have been working. So I thought just to keep things a little bit easier on me today, I could keep doing what I was doing and still go live tonight. So I'm going to do a little, let me show you how. Excuse me. The Bertrams. Hello, Penny. Hi, Charlene from Missouri. Thank you for popping in. Hey, Trace. There's Alexina. Hello, enjoy. Good evening. I don't even know what I was going to say. What was I going to say? I wonder what I was going to say. I don't know. Hey, Kathy's here. Welcome. Happy birthday to your son. Hi, Jen. I truly have no idea what I was going to say. Oh, the Bertrams. The Bertrams are healthy-ish. That's what I was going to say because I coughed, like a squirrel. Yes, the Bertrams are on the mend. Craig was back in cleaning mode today, so I was happy to have him back. He was cooking a lot yesterday, but today he was cleaning. So that's how I know he's back to his old self. And Alicia, she's turned the corner too. So that girl, I swear, if there's something she can catch, she will catch it, and she will catch it hard. So they're still all icky around here. A lot of hacking and bad noises that you don't really want to hear. But we're mostly on the mend, and I'm still coughing. I mean, I wasn't really sick, I didn't think, but anyway, it's all going on. Hey, hi, Gail and Jenny. Hello, Susan. Hi, Inez. Nice to see you. Karen and Paulette. Kathy, yeah, the house. No, it wasn't the one. It was not the one. You know what? It was almost the one. We keep getting closer. If the last one that we saw was 90%, this was 95, 96, maybe 97% perfect. It was a little bit more than we wanted to spend. So we thought, okay, this has to be perfect. And it was only 97% perfect. Oh my goodness. Hey, Virginia, welcome. Hey, nice to see you, my friend. Hi, Kathy. Kathy with K and Kathy with a C. Yeah, there was no air conditioning in this house. What? Who builds a house in what year is this? It was like 3 years, so 2021. There was no air conditioning in it. What? That's a bit of a deal breaker. It was because it was a largish house. Words are hard. It was a largish house, and it would have been probably $7,000 or $8,000 to put in AC, and then so that really tipped us out of our price range that we wanted to be in. And the garage didn't have a drain, and it wasn't heated, and those were two things that I pretty much. Hello, Holland, Ohio. Hi, Marilyn and Debbie. Good evening. Hello, Louise from Ontario. Nice to see you. Coral. Hi. And Sandra. Oh, all my friends are here. Yeah, so we had to walk away from that. Unless they drop the price, not even kidding, $100,000. It's not going to happen. So the search continues. And you know what? Truth be told, I'm kind of glad. It was a stunningly beautiful house, and it opened up onto a man-made lake. It was immaculate inside. There was one or two things design-wise that I'm like, not ideal, but it's okay, But yeah, it was a deal breaker. So anyway, I hope you're all having a nice weekend. Hello, Daytona Beach. Hello. Okay, I'm not going to get. Yeah, I know it was a lot, Kathy. But honestly, we had said if it ticked all the boxes, we would seriously sit down with our financial guy and say, okay, how are we going to make this work? Again, Craig and I are opposites. He's like, let's be realistic and grown-up adults. And then I'm like, hey, you can't take it with you. So we meet in the middle. Yeah, that one, it wasn't going to be an easy battle, but yeah, it was a pretty darn nice house. Yeah, it was good. Hello. Hey, Barbara from Winnipeg. I haven't seen you in a while. Hi, Susan. Okay, so guys, there's a lot. The card won't take much. And there's going to be a lot of Tamara's tips along the way because I'm going to take you through the process of how I made this one card. But I don't actually stamp with you guys that much. And that's what I love about my let me show you how. is on my Mystery Card Monday classes, it's all about the designer paper and keeping it simple and keeping it easy and quick and multiples and all that stuff. And although I did make 12 or 14 of this card, it's not one that's quick and easy, but it's lovely. So along the way, I'll show you a lot more tips and tricks that I don't show you on Mystery Card Monday because there's not a lot of stamping. So this, I'm excited about this. I'm going to show it to you in a minute, but there are a couple things I want to hit up before we go. Mary, yeah, it was on Ebers Boulevard, right, just down by Cabela's off 153rd, 153rd and Manning. It was right in there. It was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. Yeah. Alas. What am I doing? I am going like this. Today's the first day I've been tired in a long time. I've had a lot of energy lately, but I don't know, tipped the scales this morning, so that's okay. Words are hard. It's all right. Hey, you guys, so I just posted like half an hour ago. New kits are landing tomorrow or tonight at midnight. All right. So there's 2 new all-inclusive kits landing. And I just wanted to give you a quick, hey, especially so many fellow demonstrators follow me. And I appreciate you so much. Heads up, right? If you're up at midnight placing an order for your online exclusive demo pre-order, check out these kits. You might want to add them to the cart too, because at midnight, who's thinking clearly? Seriously, who is thinking? Not me. I'm not staying up till midnight tonight. But look at these awesome kits. Now, this isn't a very good picture when you print it out like this, but this Alpine Air card kit is beautiful. You can kind of see some mountains. This is a really bad, I shouldn't have printed it out this big, but anyway, there's a stamp set that comes with it. It's all inclusive. Excuse me. It's normally going to be $30 Canadian plus shipping and taxes, but it's going to be on sale all month. Hello, Montana. Hello. It's going to be on sale in Donna High. It's going to be on for $27 plus tax and shipping in the month of October. Can you believe tomorrow's October? So this one lands at midnight. Here's another one. I'm so excited about this one for Alicia. Again, lousy pictures, Tamara. I shouldn't have printed this out, but tomorrow you'll be able to see it on the website. It's a coil notebook, a 1-inch coil notebook, and some journal stickers and foil and embellishments and such. And they're calling it a look back kit, all-inclusive kit. So you get the journal and pre-designed stuff, adhesive, the notebook, ephemera pieces, and paper and pockets. So it's like a little, pardon me, like a memory keeping book. And this is what the kids, my 19-year-old kid, they're into now. They like to just get a coil notebook and just start slapping in pictures and memories, and they can journal it and stuff. So this is kind of their new scrapbooking for the young'uns. Maybe the old ones too. I don't know. Anyway, so those land at midnight tonight. If you want one, I am placing an order tomorrow. Not at midnight. Not happening. But I'm going to place one tomorrow because I'm getting it on the online exclusive pre-order that demonstrators get. But I will mention, okay, so all of their all-inclusive kits are on sale for the month of October, 10 to 30% off. The newer ones are only going to be 10% off. So this one's brand new. It's 10% off. And some of the older kits that they've had for a longer time are going to be 30% off. So these 2 kits start tomorrow. Also starting tomorrow, there's a new starter kit sale on, yes, starter kit. So I would love, love, love to have you in my Trailblazer team. I actually just crunched the numbers, and I'm pretty sure, fingers crossed, that the Trailblazers, my team, are going to be the top in Canada again for like the 5th or 6th year. I had a whole bunch of years in a row. So I'm very excited about that. And that's not because they're doing the business necessarily, but it's qualifications and promotions. And there's certain targets that if the group hits, then we get recognized as being one of the top teams in Canada. So I'm very excited for that. Yes, Holly tips us over the edge. Gerald. That one deserved a full scream. Yeah, Holly surprised me and squeaked in there today's last day that we could qualify for that. So I'm hopeful. So if you're interested in joining the Trailblazer team, there's never any pressure to do the business. But I'd love to have you in the group. It would be super fantastic. We have a good time. We have a really good time. The promotion that's going on starting tomorrow is you get $206 worth of stuff for $135 flat, unless what? Unless you're in BC, Manitoba, or Saskatchewan. They have to pay PST as well. And then, yeah, if you're a demo, remember there's an online exclusive pre-order starting at midnight. Now, that's all I'll say about that. Thank you very much for listening. No, that's a lie. I'm going to say something about this though. So I also just posted an hour ago that my More Than Autumn class sold out. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about that. Thank you to everybody who registered. And I am deep into the die cutting for these projects, which are for my decorative, my decorative, why are you not flipping? Decorative trees class. Come on, you can do it. There we go. These 3 cards. Yeah, I knew this die cutting might be the end of me, and it might be. I'm almost done this card. No, I'm not. I still have to do these and this. I've done these. I've done everything on this card. I still have to emboss this, and I've done all the. No, I haven't. Most of the trees. I still have to do all like so much die cutting, you guys. So I am only preparing 23 kits, and I have. Pardon me, my nose is running. I have 5 kits left. So I've had a number of people say that they were interested in this class, but I haven't seen a registration come through. If you're interested, I don't think I have the time to cut more. Once these kits are prepared and sent on their way, I really don't think I have time to prepare any more kits. It's been a crazy couple of weeks around here, and there's a lot more stuff coming down the pipe. October is always my busiest month. Alicia's birthday, we have a wedding, my brother comes to town, Thanksgiving, extravaganza, all the stuff, and a whole bunch of the things. And so if you want in on this class, bottom line, please register sooner than later. The bundle is out of stock. As soon as it gets back into stock, I will be ordering the bundles for those of you who have registered and don't own it yet. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Lena. I'm not sure. I love them at first. I'm like, are they visually annoying? Are they tacky? I don't know. Discuss. I hadn't decided yet. What do you mean, where is the decorative trees set? It is in the catalog, Inez. It's in the new catalog, or just get into the online store and type it in. It'll pop it up, but it's out of stock right now. So again, if you want in on the class, yeah, and I'll be ordering as soon as those bundles are in. So there you go. That's it for my shameless plugs. Register sooner than later. Right, tonight, my friends, we are going to, hello, Minnesota, Linda. Nice to see you again, my friend. Thanks for popping in and thanks for commenting. No, my water's all gone. All right. Tonight we're going to make this card. This is a card, I'm pretty sure I showed it on my page a while ago. This was a swap I did with my Silver Sisters. Shout out to my Silver Sisters. We had a big event this weekend for my team Trailblazers, right, girls? We all got together. Okay, this is distracting me. We got together with 300 or 400 other demonstrators from across the country. My teams, so Team Trailblazers and a whole bunch of other teams, we got together and we played. And anyway, so my Silver Sisters, this was a swap that I had done with them using a Shepherd's Care stamp set. Now, this one does not have dies, but that's okay. That makes it more reasonable. It's $36 and you don't need the dies. So I'm going to show you. Thanks, Heather. It's fun. It's so fun. And really, the nice thing too, Heather, for anybody who's trying to do the business or looking for ideas, don't you now have like 15 great project ideas that you could do, or I could do for Mystery Card Mondays and such? So yeah, it's a great day, So I still haven't cleaned up from the crafter math of that. Let me tell you that. I haven't cleaned up from Friday's class. It's been all go. It's been all go around here. Anyway, this is the card we're going to make tonight. So let's just get at it, shall we? Okay. First things first. What am I going to do? I am going to bring in my trimmer. We're doing this from scratch, you guys. We're doing it from scratch. It seems a little glary here. Yes, a little glary up here. And I don't know, but my camera seems to be staying up now. I don't know. I guess I just it sensed that I was going to have a nervous breakdown over it, and it's been up for 3 days. It hasn't sagged, so fingers crossed it stays that way. All right. I'm going to come in with my card base, which is, in this case, Misty Moonlight. I'm going to slide that in. I'm going to chop it in half at 5.5 because our standard card base is half a piece of cardstock. There we go, 5.5 by 8.5. I'm going to fold this in half. While I'm here, here's a Tamara's tip that my friend and Trailblazer Heather mentioned. Now that I'm looking at my trimmer. Yeah. When your blade's dull, don't throw them away. Yeah, thanks, Karen. Yeah, right. Don't jinx it. Don't throw away your old trimmers when the blades when they get dull. Keep them in a separate baggie and use them when you're going to cut your thick designer series paper backings or your glitter paper, your glimmer paper, because those will dull your blade. So keep them in a separate bag. Keep them separate somewhere else, and you can use those to chop up your thicker stuff that will damage your blade. So. Oh, excellent, Kathy. I'm so pleased. Yes, please do. Please do. All right, let's just look at another Tamara's tip here. And some of these you've seen along the way, but you might have missed some of them. Notice on my trimmer in here how you can see these numbers along the blade. That's because I put a piece of tear-in tape along the inside track, and I didn't take the backing off. It's clear underneath here, like it's clear, and so it was a little hard to see it. Well, our tear-in tape is just the perfect length. You just slide in some tear-in tape here, and then it's very easy to read. You know, for some of those projects where you're like, okay, well, go to the 4-inch mark and move your blade to the 4-inch mark. It was always hard to find where the 4-inch mark was, but now it's very easy to find where the 4-inch mark was. Is. Words, hard. Yes, well done, Holly. You're smart. Okay, so that's your first Tamara's tip. Somebody should keep count of how many of these we're going to have tonight. Tamara's tips. All right, so there's our card base. Bone folder. You just want to go in and give it a good burnish so that it's going to lay nice and flat. Then I'm going to come in with a piece of basic beige. Have you guys gotten on board with this basic beige yet? I love it. It's not as dark as crumb cake. It's not as creamy as very vanilla. It is beige, basic beige. So this is 4 by 5 1/4. 4. Nerds, I thought I did that. I was going to say that's not the right length. Let's try another piece. Now I have more scrap. Okay, it's all right. Let's try that again. Did I say 5 1/4 by 4? 5 1/4. So Tamara's tip, to not dull your blade, you don't want to be pushing down on it. You just want to like nudge it. You just don't push down. If you push down, you're going to dull it faster. Still works, but you're going to go through your blades faster. And what are they? $16.50 for 4? They're not cheap, man. That's cheap. Okay. Then I'm bringing in my So Swirly embossing folder. And hello, Wendy. Nice to see you. I'm going to put this through here. The great thing about, I think this is out of stock right now. I could be wrong. I don't know. I make things up as I go along. The great thing about these oversized, embossing folders, is that you can put in 2 pieces at once. So if you are mass producing, like look at, this is our standard one. Look how big these bad boys are. So if I was doing multiples, if I were going to do, you could put in a couple. Like this is too big. Like great, you can put in 2 at once and save all that time. Okay, we're gonna do this. We are going to line it up on the black line. That's another tip that took me about 10 years before I realized, oh, this line is to help you line up your cardstock so it's in there straight. So it's in there straight. And this particular folder is not one of our thick 3D ones. So we use these 2 places. Embossing folders only. This goes back to when I used to have in-person classes. And so that I had embossing folders that were just for embossing, and some that were some cutting plates that were just for embossing, and some that were just for cutting. So these are my embossing folders only. You don't use any of your other plates to go with it. Like no shims. Okay, I put it in crooked, so it's hard to crank. And I'm sure by now you know, wow, I'm going to drop my big shot and my cut and emboss machine. I'm sure you know by now that when you put these folders through, they have to go through seam first. If you don't put the seam through first, over time it will crack and you'll have, this will fall apart into 2 pieces. Ask me how I know. It's true. Okay, see now I was cold and now I'm Stampin' Up, getting warm. Hi, Zana. Yes, there are. Girl, don't you ever sleep. Okay, did you have another nanny nap? All right. Hi, Zana. Okay, so where are we at here? We are going to glue this down to our card base. Now, you know I'm going to use liquid glue. Why? because this is deeply, oh, I forgot Tamara's tip. Okay. Sometimes some of these deeply embossed, or some of the folders, the 3D embossing folders that are really, really, the thick, the 3D ones, they'll crack your paper. Like it'll actually cut your paper. And on some of these, if you get a little too aggressive putting your adhesive on, yeah, some of these corners will break off. Again, ask me how I know. Oh, cool, Wendy. That's neat. Okay. Hi, Deb. Oh, I'm so pleased to have you here. Welcome. Hi, Sheila. Yeah. Anyway, so like this one is very weak right here. Like I can just, it's flimsy right here because look at all that embossing. So one trick that you can do to try to avoid that, it's not perfect. You can just take, I've got a water bottle from the dollar store and you can just spritz it with a little bit of water. That was a little bit of a thick spray, but fine mist it. Rub it on your paper, and this is going to make your paper a little bit softer, a little bit more malleable. And so when you run it through the embossing folder, the fibers will break down a little bit easier, and the chances of it cracking are slightly reduced. I think what I used to do in the past too is I would put a piece of vellum on top of my embossing folder. So I would put it in, like say this was the embossing folder, I put a piece of vellum on top of it, and that would take some of the deepness out of it. So that was another tip that I used to do. I haven't done that in a long time because I haven't had a problem with cracking paper. So maybe they've come up with a better way that it doesn't crack your paper or cut your paper. Okay. So you know I'm going to use my liquid glue to adhere this down because, why? I like to get it on my desk. See, that's why I should be using my glass mat or my silicone. I forgot to put my glass mat out. Oh well. Because it's so deeply embossed, if you just use our Stampin' Seal, it will very easily pop off. And so, you know, a few months from now when you're mailing this, you don't want your card popping off. That sounded wrong. Okay. You don't want it to fall off, do you? No. All right. Hey, Stacy. Thanks. Yeah, these are pretty intense, hey? Pretty, I mean, I'm just blue all over the place. Blue, I'm feeling the blue. All right, I need to go back in and trim off this next layer, which is, I don't know, 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. Yes, ma'am. 4 1/2 by 3 1/4. 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. So again, just push that blade. Don't, like, just push it with your pinky. You don't have to get all crazy. Okay, so this is our next layer, and I'm going to glue that down as well using liquid glue, not dimensionals. I'm going to be done this card too soon. Not too soon. I guess I can ramble. I could always end the show early. Stranger things have happened. Okay, like so. Again, using the glue so it sticks. You don't want your layers coming off. Okay, so now our top layer will be 3 by 4 1/4. Yes, Bob. Okay, so I'm going to put this away for now. Put that over to the side. I don't need any more. Let's just clean up our crafter map while we go here. Okay, now I need some white. So let's just bring in a whole new thing of white. What is this? This is a chunk of something. Okay. So here is my layer. And, all right, what are we doing here? We're going to ink up Mr. Shepherd. So when I first started, like, to take you through how the brain of Tamara works when I'm trying to design a card is, I didn't know where to start with this one. I didn't know what to do. I don't know. I like the image. And I thought, well, what can I do with this image? Well, first, let's see how it stamps. So I'll start out with a couple of different inks on different colors. I thought, well, let's go with a vanilla theme because we got sand. We're in Bethlehem. I mean, there's no snow, so let's not go with white. Let's go with sand. And I didn't love that. It was okay, but I'm feeling blue lately, so I don't I'm not blue. I'm really gravitating towards my blues. So I'll grab my stamp and a color that's calling to me, and I will just pick up some scrap and I'll stamp on it and just see how does it look? What does it do? Where are we at? Okay, I'm just looking for some other scrap here. You'd think I'd have a lot of scrap, but anyway. So that's what I did. And I actually started with quite a large piece. This is much, yes, Misty Moonlight, yeah. So this is much smaller than when I started off. But what I originally did was I would have started with maybe a 5 by 3 3/4 piece, and just thinking, okay, well, let's see how we can get all the pieces on there and have them fit. So sometimes I'll do this. Okay, well, that's kind of nice. And oh, let's get the village in the background, and the spacing is quite nice. But there's still quite a bit of white. But I think what I did originally was I stamped it and I ended up cutting it down, and it just kind of morphed from there. So I ended up with this piece that's 3 by 4 1/4. And I know that it's close to the left and the bottom. I just know that because I made like 14 of these. But you know, when I first started, it was up here, and then I just kept trimming it down, trimming it down, trimming it down until it came to a size that I liked. Let's get it on the right piece here. And we're going to go over here. So that's Misty Moonlight. Like that. Ah, and I just love the stamp does all the hard work. Isn't that gorgeous? Like I could just sit here and stare at that. Okay, like you could just do, boom, done. You could just do Peace on Earth. Look, we could be done this card right now. But we won't be because we still have time to kill. Right? Peace on Earth. You could be done. I like to step it up a bit. So I went in with some more pieces. And I changed mine a little bit. I had fussy cut the star and put it on a circle, but I'll grab all my different circles. So our main circles are the ones from the Spotlight in Nature, but it was a little bit too large. So I landed on this one, which are our Stylish Shapes. And it was the perfect size to fit that star. Okay. Stylish Shapes. Now, I'm going to tell you another Tamara's tip, so pay attention. When you're cutting out your circles, or when you're cutting out anything that is on white, I do have, sorry, I'm looking for more scrap because, you know, I should be organized. I have been die cutting for weeks. I've been die cutting. And I do have cutting plates that are dedicated to white cardstock. Why? I hear you cry. Because ones that aren't dedicated to white cardstock look like this. Let me tell you, if you're going to run this through with white paper, you can just imagine the schmutz that's going to end up on your white cardstock. It's all going to be marred, indented, and just nasty, right? This is my bottom cutting plate. But I always have a cutting plate that is reserved for white. Now, this is it. But what I notice even though I'm cutting white, look what's going to happen when I run this through the machine. So here's my paper, here's my white circle, and I'm going like this. Okay. Guess what's going to happen in all of these areas that doesn't have paper under it? Those fibers and schmutz get on my dedicated white only cutting plate. And it irks me because even though I'm being very careful and I'm doing my best to have a card that doesn't have like little black flecks and all kinds of nastiness on it, it still happens. So here's another Tamara's tip, right? I was upstairs cutting all of my white paper. Actually, I was cutting. Let me show you what I was cutting. I was cutting out. She goes dumpster diving. See, I'll have no trouble filling it. Look at this is what I was doing. This is where I came up with this hack. This is for the card. One of the cards that we're doing. This one. Well, I didn't want all of these little guys to have the schmutz. Right? So what did I do? This is going to go through my cutting plate, but I go like this. I've got a piece of Kleenex. You can even see this Kleenex is now dirty from the cutting plate. Look at that. That's what's been picked up from other passes. So you just put a Kleenex over it. Like I'll turn it inside out where it's clean now. And just put the Kleenex right on top of it like that. And now your paper is going to be protected. You could use a piece of copy paper, but I do find that that gets cut fairly easily. This tissue, I've used it like probably 100 times, and it's getting a little old, a little dirty. I will replace it shortly, but it's doing what it needs to do. And there's 4 sides to this Kleenex that it doesn't cut it. Like, it's on top, but it's not cutting it. And it's protecting my circle that is still now pristine and white. And then this, eventually just throw it away and get a new one. So you can do this, you know, put this side against your paper. You can put this side against your paper. When that gets dirty, turn it inside out, put that side against, and then that side. So, you know, a Kleenex will go a long way. Okay. So, hi, Marlene. So that's my Tamara's tip for that, to keep your Where did I put the circle? There it is. I was like, wait a minute. Okay. So there's our star. Now, there is no real, I didn't really care. It didn't add anything to fussy cut this, so I'm just going to stamp. I'm just going to stamp on it instead of fussy cutting it. Okay. I need another block. This one's too big, but let's do it anyway. Thank you, Holly. So this one, I'm going to ink it up as well in the Misty Moonlight, and I think it's fairly, well, it's over to the left a little more, so if I'm looking at it, I'm going to scooch it to the right a bit and hope that it's centered. Yeah, it could have been down a titch, but that's okay. I'm not going to redo it for that. All right, so there's our star. Then I'm going to go in with my Bethlehem and just okay with the little bows everywhere. Okay, I'm going to go in with my Bethlehem. So to get the positioning on that, I was quite particular in how I want it to go. So again, I'm all about let's lay it on the card and see how it's going to, see where all the pieces are going to fit. I like this up and over just for visual interest. It's hanging over the edge. And then I know that I want this to be above Mr. Lamb, but below the city of Bethlehem. So I'll stamp like this. I'll ink this up. And now I know I want it to go in here. Make sure I've got no hard edges, like no halos. And then I'm going to stamp here. Just so I know the positioning is going to be right when I put everything else together. Okay, so there's lots of space here for the piece on it. That could have even gone down a little bit lower. But that's okay, like that. Now, this is very lovely as it was, but I thought it's lacking a little bit. I want something little something extra. So I thought, let's get another lamb in here, because you know how the rule of threes. 3 is pleasing to the eye. Well, there's only 2 little lambies. We need another lambie in there. So we're going to ink up the bottom half of this guy. Yes, Kathy, I love this one too. I absolutely love it. And it was the first on my list. It might not have been the first on my card, but it was the first on the list. So now I just want Mr. Lambie to, trying to save paper, but it's okay. I have enough scrap that I could really let it go. So I'm stamping this on my silicone mat. If I had my glass mat out, that would be a perfect way to be utilizing my glass mat, but it's way over there somewhere. So there, I've stamped Mr. Lambie. Get some scissors. And we're just going to, yes, that's right. Princess, are you in the house? I'm sorry, look away. We're going to fussy cut. So I'm going to go in here. Okay, before I forget, I'm going to wipe this off though, because now there's ink on it. Okay. Going to go in and just roughly fussy cut. I'm going around the grassy bits, I guess. They do still have grassy areas because he's a shepherd, so there has to be some grass in there, even though it's in the desert. Fussy cut around that. To make it easier on your hand, you want to turn the paper, not the scissors. Okay, just have a gentle squeeze on your scissors, turn the paper. Not your scissors. Oh, I can get a little closer here so that I don't cut, so I don't see the shepherd's gown. See, this is no big deal, but this is what you do in front of the TV if you're making, say, 14 of these. This is what you do while watching a movie with your child. Okay, his ear is a little not okay. So you could get as close to this lamb as possible in certain areas. All right, for time. Oh yeah, we've got lots of time. What am I going to do for the rest of my show? Okay, so let's get this on. Now I can just use normal adhesive on this because it's not deeply embossed. We can just use Stampin' Seal. Pop that on here. This I will pop up on dimensionals. That's what brings texture to your card, like interest to your card, is texture. So embossing folders and depth, the dimensionals, and embellishments. You wanna add some visual interest to the card, and that's how you do it, with layers of paper and dimensions of all these other bits. So that just really kind of makes it pop, and you're putting that right on over Bethlehem there. And then this little feller, Mr. Lambie, he is going to, well, now Mary, you got to know, I've been doing this for 18 years, right? And it's not hard. And I guess you see the final project. So this one actually did come, like I'm not even pulling the wool over your eyes. Like this one really did come together really quickly for me. Some of them though, I'm not kidding. It'll take me an hour and a half, 2 hours to come up with a card that I like. Some days it's just hard. It is so hard. But this one, there wasn't a whole lot you could do with it. You're going to stamp a shepherd and he's looking at Bethlehem, right? It's this one kind of built itself. So this little guy, again, I like bits that hang over. So I'm putting this part over here and he's going down a little bit more. And so he's going to be here. The piece on earth. So this one, let's see what I'll do on this. I'll try it on a 1/2-inch piece. Sometimes I'll start larger and then trim it down. So if your hands are shaky, actually I'll do that just to show you. If your hands are shaky or your eyesight is, I don't know, not what it used to be, don't stress on trying to get this stuff straight. Just work smarter, not harder. Grab your piece on earth. Grab a block. I like all my blocks are, pardon me, dirty. You know, again, so another Tamara tip. I like to use a block that is bigger than the stamp. There are way too many lines going on. Like if I grab this one, which I could because it fits. This is our old A block, or no, this is our old. What letter are you? I don't know. G. No way in heck am I going to get that on here. There is no way I'm going to get it straight. There is this line here. There's the line of the block. There's the line of the stamp. I can't see where I'm going. No, it's not going to happen. So if I use a big block and I put it on at an angle, boom, I can see where I'm going. I can see, here's the paper, here's the stamp. You don't have all these lines stealing your attention. So I like to use a bigger block. The only danger to that is you have to be careful not to get ink where you don't want the ink. So just make sure that this is perpendicular, parallel, flat with the desk. So you, like, don't tilt it or you'll get everything inky everywhere. And so let's go with a larger piece. I mean, I can do this if it's cut fairly straight. Chances are I'm going to get it centered. But if there's any issues, like say with shaking hands or any problems and you don't have a stamparatus, just stamp it on a bigger piece like this. Then you can trim it down, right? So you can bring in, I've got this little trimmer. And I can just, you can't buy this. You're just going to start hacking it down. Or you could take your scissors and cut it if you're somewhat straight. But I guess if you have shaky hands, you're not going to be able to do that too easily either. So you're just going to go in and cut it down as thin as you want it to be. Yeah, well, Kathy, that's part of the fun, maybe? That was a little close to that. And then this part, this is where if you have talons like I do, it can be a good thing, but you could also accidentally cut them off, which is a bad thing. I like really close to the sentiment. So that's, you know, there's more than one way to pluck a chicken, right? You can do it, try to get it on a skinny piece like this, or just hack it down yourself. And then I'm going to flag end it or dovetail it, as the case may be. See, it's nice to be able to just show you what I do and how to do it and give you these little tips rather than just whizzing by everything. So here we go, the piece on earth. I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals and just maybe teaching you a little bit more about how to construct your card and how to give it more texture or interest. Again, with me hanging things over, I find it more interesting like that. Now, you know I got to have a bow. Would it be a Tamara card if there wasn't a bow? No. You would cry imposter. It is not Tamara's card. Oops. Really need to do more of these. Let me show you how's. The plan was to do them like every Thursday. There's just not enough hours in the day, you guys. There's just not enough hours in the day. Okay. I'm going to bring in my little doodads from one of my kits, and I'm going to put that down here. Perfect, Deborah. Happy if I can help. There's certain things, like certain things I forget too. Oh my gosh. So the thing I was doing on Saturday with the gang and the teams, I was like, okay, so these dimensionals are too big. So you're going to pick them up and you're going to get your scissors and you're going to cut them in half. And then somebody said, why don't you just cut them while they're on the sheet? I'm like, oh yeah. So yeah, I should have just gone like this. Right? Like sometimes I just don't think. So yeah. All right. Now I like a long tail on my ribbon. Well, depending on the card. So I like a long one. Here's another tip. If you have a sharp pair of scissors, you can also try. It doesn't always work because this is a cotton baker's twine, and they're sticky. Seriously, you guys, do I have scissors? Like these are my scissors, just from Stampin' Up. I have issues. Well, I used to have, okay, I don't have issues. I used to have in-person classes, so it's not my fault. I needed like lots of scissors. Okay. Find a clean pair. And we're going to try to curl it a little bit. You know, sound effects help. And it's not perfect because it is cotton, but look, it got a little bit of a swirl on there. Huh? Yeah, you get like one crack at it, otherwise it really frays. So we've got that. And then for the final little, something. These are the Opal Rounds assortment, but these are Night of Navy, and they're a little too harsh. So I went with the foil something or other. I just have to find them. Were you watching on my last tip when I did Tamara's tips? This is now how I store my guys. Okay, let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. I used to store them in our... Oh, I'm okay. I used to store my embellishments in these, right? We could buy them. I bought a bazillion of them. Well, I have like multiples of everything. So now I use these. First, okay, let me find my embellishments first. Squirrel. So my other bucket that looks just like this bucket. Got a lot of embellishments, friends. Got all the toys. I have my dream craft room. All the toys. Where are they? These are the old ones that were peacock. Where are you? Hey. What? Anyway, they're... Maybe does it buy them here? Oh, here they are. I just didn't see them. Okay, yeah. Okay. Because I've used most of the blue ones. Right. Let's focus. Focus. One thing at a time. See, I have so many things to share with you all the time. These are our Regal foiled adhesive back dots. They're in the current catalog. Aw, Wendy. Nice to have you back, my friend. So I just used 3 of these. I do like when the embellishments are 3 different sizes, but hey, can't always get what you... Okay, let's use our Take Your Pick tool with the putty end. instead of chasing this guy around, I generally will pick it off, but he's moving around. So I'm using my putty end. Did you know, like, I don't like this because it's not nice to fill our landfills with, but this is plastic. And when your putty runs out, you have to throw it away and buy a new one. But anyway, this just gets twisted into our take your pick tool. And if you push a little bit harder, then it'll poop it out like fuzzy barber pumper with a, what was that? Play-Doh barber shop. The pumper, fuzzy pumper, I don't know, the bar, you know, the Play-Doh thing. Anyway, if you push it too hard, I know what I'm talking about. It just comes out a lot more, the putty. So yeah, you're just going to touch it to your gem, pick it up, stick it down. It's like a magnet. Stick it down. One more. Stick it down. So there's that. Okay, back to my Tamara's tip over here then. Thank you, Krista. Okay, let's put him back where he belongs. Now, put your lid back on your putty or it'll dry out. Put it back in the thing. Now, okay, well, before anybody yells at me, first let's do the inside of our card here. We need a layer, a liner, because you don't be writing on that. Let's do an actual. So what did I do on this one? I did that with the village. What else could I do? I could do one for Counselor Prince of Peace. That seems a little extreme for me. So I'm just going to go with the, you could do the star, you could do the town, you could even do the star over the top left as well. Grab an envelope. Something. Could even do this over here, even though my address is going to be there. Okay. All right. So, hello, Sheila. Thank you. Right. So there's our card ready to go. Let's put it away. Now, yeah, that's that. So let me show you then. So for my embellishments, instead of putting them in here because they take up that much space when I only need them to take up, you know, a little bit of space. Grab your, like, don't we all have 194 of these kicking around that you don't want to throw away for just such crafting organization emergencies? So you bring in a trimmer. I don't know if this could dull your blade. I don't know. You can swap blades, but not a big deal. And I'm just putting this right up to the top, and I'm just cutting off the flap just because it's more bulk that I don't need. And then I don't know. Lena, was it you who was telling me use this as a ribbon holder? So I'm still waiting for a photo from you, girl, because I don't understand how this is going to hold my ribbon. But anyway, Lena will share with me at some point. I think it was Lena. And so now my dimensionals can go in here. Whatever you need can go in here. And it takes up way less space. Way less space. Like that. What else can I tell you? That's it. That's all. You slap that in the mail to somebody you love. And wouldn't you like to get that for a Christmas card? So that's it. That's all I have to share with you for today, for that. Unless there's something else you want to know. Hey, so is there anything else you want to know? Do you want to talk? Do you want to go? There's 68 of you left. What do you want to talk about? Do you have questions? What do you want to know? How-tos, show-me's, something you haven't seen that you want to see. I'm going to use a tissue again. What can I tell you? What can I show you? You got 12 minutes of Tamara time if you want it. The house. Yeah, no, that didn't happen, Stacy. You missed that one. You were tardy. You missed it. House didn't work out. There was an ink mark on your card, but it was on my scrap, Virginia. Take your pick tool. What do you want to know, Karen? Let me see. I don't even know what comes with this thing anymore. Let's see what comes with this. Lots of different pieces. Let me show you. Let me find. I think it's in the top 10 tools you need to have or something. Let's find where's the beginning of my catalog. Let's see. Should be in this top 10. Where's the top 10? Here we go. Is it in here? Are you kidding me? They didn't put the take your pick tool? I couldn't live without my take your pick tool. Okay, where is that then? Techniques, bundle suites, ribbon embellishment. So let's see if I can find where the tool is. Where are you? Index. Here we go. Index. Tools. Stampin' Clear Box. Storage. Oh, take your pick tools. Page 94 and 95. 94, 95. Okay, what comes with it? Take your pick. One tool. Okay, so I have to go online to see it, what it actually comes with. Thank you, Shirley. I know it comes with a bunch of different ends that I don't tend to use or know where they are. I wonder where they are. That's a really good question. Huh. There's a spatula end. I wonder where my spatula end is. Why is it not in a bucket? Wait. I always have things in a bucket. Oh, no, that's not it. Well, gosh, golly darn. And where is my scrapey rolly end? Oh, maybe they're in here. Oh, here's one. Okay. Oh, and then there's the... Yes, I should do a show on that. We also have these new cutting blades. These crafters tips that I haven't used. Where are they at? I have to find those. I didn't even use them. Okay, that's a really good question, but since I don't know where they are, they're in a drawer. I know that much. I just don't know which drawer. I'm not that organized. Oh, here, look. Okay, look what else I found. Okay. And somewhere is my crafter tools. I don't know where they are. Look at the chaos that's ensuing here. Okay. Spatula end and the stylus. Okay, so yes, this I found. Here we go. So when you get it, it's got the pokey end, which I always use. And then, oh, on the other side, there's this, the spatula. Okay, that has to go, oh, wait, has to go in here. And then, but where is my stylus end? It must be in here too. Digging, digging, digging. So when you get your tool, it comes with the 4 tips. I just don't know where the other tips are because I don't use the stylus end. Isn't this fun watching me look for things? Thrilling. I don't know where it is. I don't know where that end is. I don't know. But there's another end, the die brush. Yeah, there's a die brush. So there's another thing that looks like this. That is a large and a small stylus. Oh, thank you, Donna. That would have helped. Thanks. Okay, so this is how it comes. You get this one, and then you get another one that looks like it, but is a stylus on the 2 ends. Do you know what a stylus is? That's where it helps you score. Thank you, Donna. It helps you score your paper. But I don't know where my tip is. And that's odd because I should have 3 of them kicking around somewhere. But I obviously don't use them. So I don't know where it's at. Sorry, guys. But anyway, that's what comes with it. And then you can buy these add-on things. We've got add-on this, which is our brush, which gets things out of your dies. So you buy the main piece. Let's just pretend this is a stylus. Okay, it doesn't fit. Here, let's go like this. There's the putty end, this end, and then the stylus. Is putty separate, though? No, I think it comes with it. I'd have to pull up the website. You can get putty refills, but I think it comes with all of this stuff. And then there's also the crafter's tool. So it's got a blade in it, like an X-Acto knife. And I seriously just saw it the other day. So one of these sewing drawers. I just don't know which one. Obviously not that one. I can't even see the bottom of that drawer. I was thinking it was in here. Okay, step away, Tamara. Anyway, when I get it out, I should show you how you use it because I haven't even used it. But you just you change out the ends. So if you are using your dies and you need to, like in here, to get all the bits out, so you go like this, and it gets all those bits out. Not all of them. So then you have to go with your pokey tool on some of them and push them out some more. But that's what that is. So they're just interchangeable ends. Now, I don't like to use, because I use my take your pick tool all the time as another fingernail, I like this off because I find it too heavy. So I just use it like this. That's why all of mine are looking like this. This spatula end, this will work like if you wanted to get embellishments off of your sheets, or if you wanted to use it for like glue dots and that sort of thing, so you can kind of scrape stuff off. Putty end, you could also use that, I guess, to use with your embossing paste, but I don't. It's kind of flexible. But it could also help you lift things off your card. Like if you wanted to lift a layer off, you could get in there and kind of pry it off. So that's what those are. And then, yeah, the stylus end, which I'm confused now. How do I have an extra one? Oh, this was just hanging out. Okay, this is just all by itself. So I don't have a stylus in any of these, hey? I guess not. I don't know. I do. Somewhere there. Okay. Tool comes with an extra putty when you get it. Plus, you can buy the refills. Thank you, Tracy. I'm something, Susan. Don't use your stylus for your scoring. I don't, Melanie. I use the old one. Just because rather than changing tips, I have our old stylus, this one. So I just use that. Yep. Most people would use a stylus, but I'm not the average Joe, I gotta say. Anything else you want to know about that, Karen? Okay, good. But like I say, I will find that tool thing that I haven't used yet. I don't know where the heck it is, obviously, but okay, you don't need to see me wandering around looking for that. But here are the prices. I highly recommend this as a tool. I love it. $16.50. The crafter's tips are $29. So there's an X-Acto knife, and there's like a dotted, like you can make a perforated thing. You can also get the take your pick die brush is $18, and it comes with a foam pad. So when you use them, I tend to just hold it, but you get a piece of foam, which I can't put my hands on, but it's a piece of foam. You know what foam looks like. And then you'll go like this on the foam thing, and all the bits are supposed to fall out. But on some of these tight ones, no, you're going to have to get in there with your tool and poke them out. That's all I think I know about that. Good question. I like it. But I will make a note to try to figure out where that tool is and maybe use it on a card. That might be kind of fun. So that's it. That's all. I'm going to say goodnight and go. I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess I'm kind of done with the die cutting today. I've been prepping the extravaganza, which I've actually packaged up 6 of the cards. There's 9 cards we're doing. I've packaged 6 of them in every envelope. Like everybody's got their pieces in an envelope. And then, so I have to do 3 more. And then there are the treats, the 3D tags that we're doing as well. I have to bag up, and then I have to bag them all up and sort that all out. So we're still another 3, 4, 5 days into packing for extravaganza. But where do you get your caddy coil bound? I do it myself, Nikki. I do it myself. I have is it a cinch? I have a something. I do it myself. Why not, Connie? What? Why don't I use what? The tools? Just because I haven't figured out how. Thanks, Kathy. All right. Happy birthday to him. Tell me more, Connie. Why don't I do what? Does it not work well? I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, wait. There's a delay. I have 2 minutes. Check my ring. Another one of my mama's rings. Did you see that? The stylus for scoring. Oh, just for convenience, Connie. Just, I don't know. I'm always losing these. And so I have 2 of them. 2 of them are on my just like this, because I'm always losing one. Like it's always buried under the crafter mat. And then there's the one that's the putty end. And the stylus, just because I have 2 or 3 of the old ones. They just hang out here. So it's just convenience. Yep. Thanks for that. That's it. I'm going to let you guys go because it's 7:59. Thanks for hanging out with me. Yeah, if you have any cards made using this set, feel free to share it with us. I think I did share this one before, but I'll do it again maybe tomorrow and just post it on various sites. And please repeat the measurements. Oh, Jeanette. Okay, so the card base is 8.5 by 5.5, folded in half. And then the beige is 4 by 5 1/4. Then the Misty is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And then the white is 3 by 4 1/4. Uh-oh, Debbie, sounds like you know, you have experience with this. Oh, puncture wounds. Ugh, okay. And then the rest you just wing. Hope that helps. Okay. Wonderful. Thank you, you guys. I will be back here Yeah, I'll do my live Friday. I'm going to see Dad Friday. So it's busy. We got weddings, we got all things. But I will be here Friday for coffee break at 10 a.m. Mountain Time on Friday. Don't forget tomorrow, all the things, right? And the kits are on sale. If you want one of the kits, if you want me to order you one, let me know. I'm placing an order tomorrow, and have a wonderful evening and stay amazing. Bye.